Greetings everyone, and Great here. Please give a moment to make sure the streams are all set up. Kick is going. Twitter is going. YouTube is going. Twitch is going. Rumble is going as well. Give me a moment to check my other computer. Alright, looks like everything's good to go. So, let's go and get started. Yeah, not story mode. Let's just go and start from the top. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the right side as the blue Chinese, we have Hydra Prone. Spawn on the left side as the red Germans, we have Iron Man 2000. Let's see now, let's take a look and see what natives on the map. We do have the Akin, which do give you access to the Akin Kanoba, have you pronounced that? It sounds like a musketeer variant. And the Yorbara. Yorbara gives you access to the Yorbara O Legionary and the Aura Isso Rider. When it comes to explorers' names, Zagan, which sounds like a relatively random spawn name, and Hendrik Stellar, which sounds like another randomly generated name. And definitely not a Hendrik. I hear a lot of gunfire. It might be maybe some of the deer being herded or gazelles. Some savannah doggos. We do not have, looks like an African vagabond there. Looks like Blue is eyeing for an early trade post. Has his village deployed on the field. So if he finds any livestock on the map, he could of course get past him over there, but it doesn't look like there's any livestock. Of course, China does start off with goat. He needs to perhaps delegate the goats on top of the village to get fattened a little bit quicker. Not going to be collecting anytime soon. Might as well fatten up. Hyenas engaging the German settler. And now we do have a shipment here. Let's see what the Chinese player is going for his deck. We of course got the Tea Export, Northern Refugees, Wood Coin, Chuko News, Quang Pikemen, Steppe Riders, Mongolian Scourge, Flamethrower and Castle Rickshaw, Diplomatic Intrigue, Rattan Shields, Atonement, let's see. Outlaw units, costless population, train repentant iron troops, mercenaries at your monster once you reach the fortress age. Iron troops are actually a pretty good unit, if I remember correctly. They're a really heavy musketeer. Arquebus, Chengdo Swordsman, Territorial Army Combat, Repelling Volley, Bayang Army, Meteor Hammers, Hand Mortars, Intervention, Iron Manchurian Cavalry Archers, Iron Ming Iron Troops, which is the same Iron Troops that's mentioned up here, Old Dynasty Reforms, Manchu Combat, and Western Reforms. For the German text, we got Villagers, Economic Theory. So we got that Disciple there. Settler Wagons, Wood Coin, Crossbows, Uhlans, Frontier Defense. Does Uhlan give you extra Uhlans? No, it does not give you additional Uhlans. Frontier Defenses, Advanced Arsenal, Irish Brigadiers. Shan Horse Reform. Crossbows are fully replaced by veteran landwares at the barracks. Home city and on the map. Landwares are riflemen that inflict creative-based damage at the expense of less bonus damage. So more of a generalist unit. Replace your crossbows, more of a generalist unit. Skirmishers, Uhlans, Cavalry Combat. war wagons. Princely Bavarian Army places war wagons in a stable in home cities with naturalized Wilzelbach Chevaliers and Prince Chevaliers. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of these names. That can be trained and upgraded. Also ship a number of those same units. So that may be some sort of Dragoon variant. I'm not exactly sure. We got, of course, hired German Black Riders, improved mercenaries, mercenary camp. So we've got mercenary deck, circle army, give you Black Brunswickers, which I think is a musketeer variant, 7-8 mounted infantry, or heavy range cavalry or skirmisher, and Saxon Cuirassiers, long range infantry hit points, which does improve skirmishers, crossbows, and landwares hit points, heavy cannons, factory, and infinite Habsburg allies. We do have the Southern Palace here, which should give him 3 standard armies, give him enough time. The age up also give him access to 400 food shipment. Got a good number of settler wagons on the field. And right now we've got 14 villagers versus 15, and of course we got a handful of settler wagons, which means imagine add another 8 more, so he's definitely ahead on villager count. Got some villages to house the villagers for the Chinese, and now he's going for a shipment of step riders, and eventually we'll be going to the flamethrower and castle rickshaw. Step riders, of course, a cheap hussar, a mix of a hussar and lancer, or like it just meant to more of a soft counter to light and shock. Does not meant to be a counter to heavy. Step riders do pick off these 2 Uhlans that must have came in from shipment. And now he is torching his relationships he has with the French. I'm not sure what he picked up from the French. There's some cheap shipments you can bring on in from the French. But who wants to be allied with the French? Got the castle rickshaw and the flamethrower. The Germans will have to fight a Flammen Warfare relatively soon, or he just keeps in reserve. We do now have these step riders advancing forward. 7 is a good number. So I can say I have twice amount of health, but a single lone villager, or maybe 2 lone villagers, who can't be picked on off. Uhlans now moving around. Uhlans have more damage, less health than regular hussars. They have similar health to these step riders, but more than twice the damage. More Uhlans not being put on field. If another Uhlan does go down, these Uhlans are maybe enough to engage these step riders. They do hit very hard, but it looks like their damage is not exactly visible through their... The step riders live with a couple health remaining, as we saw there. Now I've got another shipment of Uhlans now pulled on out from the stable. And he's going for more Uhlans now. We do see Mongolian armies being pulled on out from the castle. Mongolian armies giving more step riders, as well as some Keshiks. Keshiks are cavalry archer, and thus they will do bonus damage versus those Uhlans, so that's a good item. Step riders and Uhlans are, of course, very similar, not too important there. We've got some Chukonus deployed on out from the Summer Palace, and we've gotten more of standard armies giving a handful of Chukonus and more step riders. Flamethrower firing away does less damage versus cavalry, but nothing too significant less. It does explode, however. Keshiks now firing away. They do got ×4 damage versus heavy cav, but the damage output is pretty slow. Base damage, I should say, is low. Uhlans have been battered and bruised, so it's probably best he doesn't push forward once again. And reinforcement, Mongolian army has been put on field. Now it's bringing a shipment of Quang pikemen. Quang pikemen will be good. He sees all the Uhlans, so using some Quang pikemen to engage Uhlans is a good idea. Another Mongolian army now pulled on the field. These forces are advancing way forward. There's no relationships selected at the moment. You may hold off and get diplomatic intrigue to get their discount on that. Does force these guys back. We do got a handful of crossbows, which will do bonus damage versus the Keshiks. Ulan's being picked off right here. When the Keshiks do go down there, Step Riders now trying to engage. It will be a counter to these crossbows. They get double damage versus them. And the Keshiks are just getting overwhelmed by the Ulans. Chinese player may want to slow down a little bit. It's currently not building any more villagers at the moment. Got a handful of research coming out. He has another shipment available. He does go for diplomatic intrigue. It'll be a bit of time before he can deploy out a army from the consulate. Oh, he has already selected the Prussians, the Germans, I should say. And don't see any shipments coming in just yet. This will, of course, give him 300 export to utilize, so he can probably bring a shipment of something. What does German gives you? Did they give you Ulans or did they give you Doppler soldiers? Or however else pronounce the two-handed swordsman. Mongol riders, Steppe riders could find these crossbows. That'd be great. Pikemen advancing forward. And it's a horrible move order there by the German. Leave the crossbows behind and just run with the Ulans. Oops, I hit my microphone. And now we do have German Expeditionary Company giving him access to German's Y-handers, Doppler soldiers, which will give him 3 of those heavy infantry. Settler wagons making way forward, trying to collect this coin. A large number of settler wagons advancing forward. They do have a great coast, so their health is increased. These settler wagons now trying to run away. Too many Ulans. So he will get these are the defeated. Got a wave of disciples here as well. Settler wagons trying to be focused on. He's going to move forward. The Chinese explorers party goes down. It's hard to tell what's going on. I think none of the settler wagons went down. I think I heard maybe 1 or 2 villagers may have went down. Militia has been brought on the field. Looks like the German army has been disintegrated. Settler wagons trying to collect the resources now. We do have, looks like it's going for crossbows. And a handful of crossbows on the field does force him away. He does have a shipment available. He may want to get out the Irish Brigadiers. 11 Musketeers could be very useful at this moment. He can age up the moment. He may be on the age up. He is going to age up. He's bringing in the Exile Prince. You may want to focus on getting that coin out to get the Irish Brigadiers. I don't think he should take time for these units. Plus, is a force of 11 Musketeers, which will be very useful in this composition. 9 Ulans wouldn't be half bad. This could be not bad. The Prince Chevaliers, however you pronounce that. Or maybe the German Black Riders. He is almost halfway to another shipment as well. And he's currently not collecting up any coin at the moment, which I disagree. Castle now being put on the front line. The Chinese right now, not close to aging up. No, yet. And now we do have Fortress Save. The Exiled Prince has been pulled on the field. Does get a shipment of crossbows there from him. And now we do have the Circle Armor giving 13 Black Brunswickers. I'll give him 13 musketeers. Elephant does go down. Ming army's been put on the field. Give him Flying Pikemen and Keshiks, so anti-cav army. Chinese players at 26 villagers, opponents at 27, so it's a good number of settler wagons.
Aufgabe?
Still the 8.
Ja.
Step Rider does go down there.
Ja.
The Mayo saw the Black Brunswickers. Their damage doesn't seem too significant, but they do have a slightly better range than regular musketeers. Let's see, Swift Musketeer, good against cavalry. Maybe the movement speed is faster. It's hard to tell that when they're in formation. Benefits promotions. And they are actually classified as native, not mercenary. Do have an outpost up here. These trees are pretty thick, and now do have a shipment of the crossbow upgrade. Upgrade all those crossbows to our rifleman variation. The Landvars. Landvars, however you pronounce that. I know a tiny bit of German pronunciation since I still cast Cup Heroes 1 and do mod making for Cup Heroes 2. I actually still touch my mod in Cup Heroes 2, just when something weird enters my mind. An army of 43 here, though you can probably discount 2 militiamen. It's very variable how much damage they can provide. Over here versus army of 33, which there are a handful of flamethrowers. And this force is almost entirely infantry, so these flamethrowers can do some significant amount of work. You got a couple more Mongolian armed on the field. At this point in time, that is not a good composition. He sees all the infantry. Mongolian army is, of course, one of the few things he can deploy up from the castles. That's probably one of the reasons why he's going for them. He has advanced next age. He has deployed out the porcelain tower, gave him some resource generation. In this case, food. He may want to switch out the army of the Summer Palace once he gets on the field. Go for another. He's bringing a shipment of Bayang army, giving him 8 Step Riders and Keshiks. And also, key thing to note as well, sets discipline research to active. So he's probably doing this not only for those units, but also for free research, which will give him, what, each that research at this age is 300 each, 200 wood, 100 coin. So that's 600 research there. Along with a 2 bannered armies, which usually cost. Let's just call that 350. So that is quite a bit of value for one card. Now his army is 60 out in the field versus opponent's army of 44. Can you activate in your setting the time right now? Let's see. It was F11, right? Yeah. I don't think there's any way for me to remove this, unless you know a way. Unless you're referring to just you want to see the passage of time.
Yeah.
I could probably try to find some just to cover it up. I don't know if any... Oop, that's not it. Yeah. No, I'm probably going to worry about that another day, honestly. I don't think I should do that in midstream. I could move the chat window up there, but some people like to see the scoreboard. So, you know, I could put the entire chat window up there. I may look at it once this replay is done. Some people like to see it, some people don't. Either way, we do have now the
Auftrag.
engagement here. Flamethrowers being pushed forward to the infantry. The landwares in the background. Got some Goblin soldiers now engaging the flanks, engaging some good melee hits there onto the cavalry, ripping them apart. Playing Pike and shaying those swords and having trouble there. Flamethrowers pushing me forward, burning all of those guys forward. 3 flamethrowers getting some great value damage there. Not often you see them actually successfully used. Cavalry Archers still here, so the Hulons going to have some severe trouble. Landwehr still being pulled out. They will be useful versus the Depushing Keshiks. Flamethrowers are starting going down. Landwehrers are still holding strong. Keshiks falling back along the Chuko News. It was not a good victory for either side. Red may have technically won, but both sides lost quite a bit there.
Auftrag.
Blue has a wall in this area up there. Probably just want to make sure this coin stays nice and secure, as well as past some elephants. I didn't see these step riders engage. May have gotten something hard to see. Yorbora, nope. And nope, it's not claimed either. It was like solid blue and like a light blue, but both are just not claimed. It looks like I got a shipment of an arquebus being put on the field. He is still bringing, and now he's going for the Ming armies and more flamethrowers. If someone goes more for the landwares, the flamethrowers will be useful for them. We do have a number of now Prince Chevaliers, which are Dragoon Variant that replace the war wagons.
Auftrag bereit.
The Chevaliers, or however you pronounce that, they're still light cavalry, they're not heavy cav. Offering. Don't see anything too spectacular for them. Huge resources. They don't seem to all do special, honestly. I'm not sure what's the primary benefits. Maybe just you don't want to take time to invest the war wagons, which are perhaps a little bit more expensive. Either way, we do have now this force advance forward. We see these villagers get hit. Some of them do get hit there. Got some more flamethrowers among other forces there. Another Mongolian armor now upload on the field. Push way forward. Cavalry archers are not exactly great versus these landwares. But not bad either, just regularly effective. Flamethrowers getting some great damage here. Mulan's getting roasted alive, who ordered the sauerkraut extra crispy. More of the Chevaliers starting to go on down now. They looks like they will all be burned alive. Flamethrowers just only do tweaks of less damage versus cavalry, which is not terrible, but not great. They'll do 5 damage rather than 6, probably. And now the landwares are pulling back. A lot of Chinese forces push way forward. The German players eyeing for more landwares. He has quite a bit of coins stored up, and got more spam calls. And that is the end of the replay. Looks like the German player backs out of the game. This is Adam Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oh, looks like my Twitch may have crashed. It looks like I'm still streaming. Sorry. Twitch may have crashed. I just want to make sure it's still going. Yep, looks like it's still going. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure that's all fine. And let's see how, if I would move the chat window right here. Yeah, that's, I'm probably going to have to worry about that a little bit later. Either way, let's go on to the next replay. And I really hate the spam calls I get in mid-stream. It's annoying and distracting. And that's what I did do yesterday. I forgot to delete it. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4, no, not 4, 3 replay. So on the right side as the Red Incans, we have Hey May, I probably butchered that, and spawn on the left side as the Blue Incans, we have Georgie J. So it is an Incan mirror. For natives on the map, we do have the Huron settlement, give you access to the Huron mantlet, a heavy frontline unit, and the Cree settlement. Give you access to the Cree tracker, I think it's a skirmisher variant, and the Cree's Chorus des Bois, a French villager variant. There are some aimable sheeple on the field. While people are starting claims and stuff, we got a trade post in the center now. So slight variations, build orders. Let's take a look at their names. We got Kronk, definitely an Emperor's New Groove name, versus Tupac Amararu. Amararu, probably butchered that. Definitely a randomly generated name. Local doggos will go down. Trade post has been built. Of course, the Incan trade posts do have a slight attack, but it's incredibly weak. 5 damage, 8 range, 3 attack speed. That is horrendously bad attack, to say the least. Though it is currently firing against something, I think. Oh no, it's just the outlaw firing there, so I was looking at the wrong gunman. My bad. Or when it comes to cards, we got Villagers, Sapa Inca, improve the hit points, speed, and leadership aura of your war chief, enabling damage or action, and hit point or action, native hit point action. More Villagers, Infinite Wood, Queen, Chuman Runners, Jungle Bowman, Kura, range infantry attack, range infantry hit points. War Hut hit Travis, which also increases the War Hut's hit points by 50%. I do know this is also available to the Aztecs. Chica Brewing, make your Contra houses provide more resource generation. Boss 2 Towns of the Wagons, 5 Priestess, 9 Shimi Runners, Melee Infantry Combat, 9 Jungle Bowmen, Bolas Wars, Hurlaka or Korkaz, sorry, how do you pronounce that? Shimu Support, which also increases Shimu's runners' health by 20%. Charmaraka support. It also increases the Jungle Bowman's bonus damage, looks like. Machu Pikachu, give you 1 Stronghold Travis. Instead of the strong, I think that's like the American Citadel one. The 16 Bolas Warriors Chapapoya support delivers 22 Hurlock. How to pronounce that? Giving them also line of sight, siege, attack, maximum range, so it makes her more effective as a siege unit. Give 7 range, and terrace farming. Oops, that button. There we go. And his opponent, okay, got also for them. He's going for the Odor. His opponent is going for the Chief. And now we got Villagers, Sapa Inca, American allies. Give you 1 Native American NPC Travis. And also allows you to select an ally to obtainable, which includes the Zabatok, which are like can get Jaguar Knight variants. And Suikui's system gives a trickle of experience at the Tombos. Trombos. However you pronounce that. Villagers, Infinite Wood, Shimi Runners, Jungle Bowman, Puree. Range infantry points, native treaties, native warrior combat, War Hut Travis, Chica Bruin, Villagers, Resettlement, sends 4 villagers and 1 town center Travis, Priestess, Maceman, melee infantry combat, Jungle Bowman, Hurlakas, Machu Pikachu, and Couriers. All infantry trained and cavalry trained faster by 45%. Infinite Mine allies. The Aztecs can also get this same one, but also can get the discount. And the Tupac Rebellion All trained units pick up European weapons. Villagers become revolutionaries. Boom spearmen become guard musketeers. Villain Bolas horse becomes a dragoon. Shimi runners become guard hussars. Jungle bowman becomes guard skirmishers. Verticals becomes guards grenadiers. Mason becomes guards soldados. How do you pronounce that? And set status to active. That's just the research to active. The guard and veteran research. So it's a one-time research to turn all your military units into European variants. Oh, we got some Zapuks now being put on a few. Red, let's see, who am I looking at? Looks like Red has, yep, there we go. Going for the Zapuk allies, which does give them Jaguar warrior variants. Giving a bonus damage is infantry, heavy, cavalry, heavy infantry, and shock. His opponent, let's see, is going a bit turtle-ish. We do have Contra House, Contra House, Contra House. All of these are Contra Houses. There's a War Hut. Contra Houses. I don't know why. The Contra Houses just seem like they should be War Huts. But that is not the case. We got 2 War Huts here for Blue. And he's going for a handful of Jungle Bowmen. Lightning Warriors are heavy infantry. We also got a handful of Plume Spearmen, another heavy infantry. Got a couple Cherokee riflemen as well. He has gotten the Cherokee allies. Doesn't have the villager variant, and has started to push his way forward. And which is one turtled up and did not build enough military units. He so far has the llama generating 1.5 wood per second, which is not bad. Got some Huron militia here. They do have an excellent siege attack of 49. Contra houses will quickly go down. Yeah, he built way too many Contra houses. He's at 170 maximum population, but no military units in the field. He's now going for a handful of Shimi runners, as was more Jungle Bowmen. But the Zapok Lightning Warriors are going to rip apart those. If they get in the range of anything, they will rip apart everything that Ethan's has. So the Zapok Warriors are going to be excellent here. Now got a shipment of Jungle Bowmen and more Jungle Bowmen on the build queue. Starting to put siege to this War Hut. It has only 3 here. It's also very far from deployed. It will get sieged down. There's Jungle Bowman shipment. More Jungle Bowmen fighting over here. The Huron Mantlet is classified as a siege trooper, not as a heavy infantry unit. So the Jungle Bowman will not do bonus damage to the Mantlet. They will do bonus damage to the Lightning Warrior, but not bonus damage versus the Shimi Runners. Going for a shipment of Shimi Runners now. I think this game's already over. This War Hut's starting to go down. War Hut goes down. Now it only has a shipment of Mace Runners pushing way forward. And Ludo's back at the game now. This is Antigrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the south side as the red Mexicans with Bahema. Spawn on the north side as the Ethiopians. We have Gopal Hardwa 92. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. When it comes to natives on the map, we do got the House of Vaza, which do give you access to Royal Arquebus, and the Winged Hussar. For the others, we do have the House of Yagalan, Lipkar Tatars, and Shock Riders. Let's see if we have any decks selected. We do actually have decks selected for the Mexicans. We do have F. We do have the 2 settlers, 1 hacienda, 1 cathedral wagon. Also increases the training research work rate by 200%. Villagers, wood coin. Observers, saltieros gain more range and their attacks reveal enemies for a longer amount of time. Frontier defenses, soldados, have you pronounced any of these names? Dragoons, saltieros, 5 chincos, cavalry combat, calabrios, guerrilla tactics, 2 falconets, fort, San Pals battalion, 8 chincos, 1 mortar, Liberty Dragoon regiment, give you 8 dragoons, 1 culverin, 2 heavy cannon, factory, and extra factory. The Ethiopians hatch a selected deck now is going for Trinity, 2 villages, 1 Aben, Abat. All existing and newly constructed mountain monsters contain additional coin. Advanced agriculture, fields become free. Fields and granaries gain more hit points and are built faster. Whoa! Fields become free. Sure, they are collect slower than farms or than wildlife, but still, that is quite a bit. And they are built time faster. The build bound, of course, gets set to 0, which makes sense. It's actually quite significant. That's a pretty big game changer. That allows you to be very turtle-ish. Wood coin, tokens influence, prize bowl times 2, Hacienda damage, Hacienda hit points, Palace studies, castles, just 1 palace wagon influence, beekeepers, villagers gather food from hunted animals, berries, and fields faster, so this does affect fields. Fazogili gold improves all gathering rate. Doesn't say the exact percentages. Tokens influence, 8 semi-fattened cattle and a livestock market builder. Assess the best to pull mortar. Jinhua riders, giving javelin riders and Oromo warriors increased damage and armor. Trigger Melatonin chips additional Raws. Nefaya attack improved, and yep. Loyal warriors. Feudal armies, all units trained faster. Iosua reforms give you plus 50% gathering rate for all resources. Except for livestock. You don't collect the livestock quicker. That's only for refrigeration. British firearms. Give shift the number of Harkobus mercenaries. Improve the range damage to all Ethiopian infantry, cavalry units, and equipped with firearms. Chowa elites. Ethiopian range attacks increase. And Ingante spirituality. All units gain a little bit more hit points and health regen. In Roof of Africa, improves all food gathering rate from all resources. We do have the Portuguese now being selected. And over here we do have the Querétaro state. Whatever, how you pronounce that. We do not have a trade post being pulled up by Blue. It is being pulled up by the Explorer. It's also being coin. This state provides you the Artiga reforms. Rise fast. Your next federal state grants this reward twice. So you upscale with this age with 1 of your rewards to get double the amount next time. And the next barracks upgrade is free. That's not bad. Just 1 and ships 1 hacienda wagon enables haciendas to support 20 population, so you don't have to build as much housing. Every hacienda provides 2 housing. Haciendas are expensive at 600, in which having it provide each house need to provide 20 housing basically is a 200 wood discount because you don't have to build 2 houses in return. So sort of think it that way. Brigade now being gunned down. You guys asked this cow to work on the hacienda. After all, he is the home take care of the hacienda. We do have a proxy barracks here, as well as an inspiring flag next to it. The Mexican is eyeing for a fast San Luis Posse. He, of course, can save this one till later. Now he's going for some soldados, a gunpowder, a very heavy musketeer to save. This is 2 population musketeer. Arm of musket and grenades. Is classified as heavy infantry and grenade troop. Who's now advancing forward with some Gacianzas, however you pronounce it, which is another musketeer variant. Has a slight range advantage compared to other musketeers. Damage and everything else seems relatively normal. Health actually seems a little bit low. It's hard for me to tell though. Soldados now being pulled on field. They do have 300 health. They're very, very heavy. Great damage. But of course, they can't be done in small numbers. Chotel warriors are a shock infantry unit, so the soldados can off in the head quite easily. The general and the padre goes down along with his companion of a musketeer. This is starting to go down. Got a granary being pulled out here. Mexican needs an eye to pull out some extra stuff. Going for barracks and stable. Barracks now deployed on the field. And this estate does give him access to San Luis Patriots, which is additional Chinko for each of you already sent this game. Also reduces their build time. Bustamante enables your general to construct field hospitals for free. For free? Oh. And gain 10 hit points and may be deployed from, and your soldados gain additional hit points and may be deployed by field hospitals. I wonder if there are some of the field hospitals that the Maltese get. Do they get access to like the various like, crossbows and pikemen there, or do they only get the soldados there? Either way, this does mean free barracks if you want to get more of those musketeers. That is quite significant. You guys can shipment of soldados there. Soldados, I mean, which are a skirmisher variant. Seem too spectacularly different than any other skirmisher. Range is 17. Baltimore camps and Greece now being deployed on the front line. Does have another shipment available. Some falconets right now could be very useful. The Ethiopian doesn't really have a counter on the field for falconets other than a handful of Chotel warriors. Ethiopians right now bring in some more Avens, some more crossbows. Their crossbows, of course, are dirt cheap. They're 30-30. They're honestly maybe a little bit too cheap. Because they don't seem particularly bad compared to other crossbows, but they cost 25% less. Falconets will be very useful in the upcoming engagement. We got more crossbows not being pulled on the field. Veteran soldados now pulled on the field. Ordnance ballistas are against good damage on the dragoons. Dragoons are countered by crossbows. Musketeer variant trying to push way forward, trying to punch down these falconets. One falconet to say massive fire. Good damage there. Does go ahead and over on everything. And now Blue's forcing back. One Falconet still remains. And you could take time to clean up all this infrastructure. We have some Javelin Riders not being deployed on field. The Ethiopian Skirmisher. Not Skirmisher, Dragoon. Does get his Padre and General recover. We could probably take time, maybe pull out Fort General. And Shoto runners find opportunity to engage the Falconet. The Falconet does go down. Great pick there. Javelin Riders not pulled on the front line. Didn't properly cue the structure back.
See?
Ordnance Ballista does some good damage on these forces. They do get bonus damage versus heavy infantry, plus only a small amount of bonus damage.
See?
But they're here in good numbers. These forces here in small numbers, but the soldados are, of course, very high quality, misleading if you really look at them. Another round of Shoto Warriors on the field. That would be a good counter to the Saltieros, the Skirmisher. We have to make sure they stay out of melee range of the Soldados. More Shoto Warriors charging the way forward. Javelin Riders making their advance as well. Javelin Riders do have okay damage. And now do have some Chinkos, a Lancer variant that does a little bit more damage versus heavy cav. I always call them Lancer variant. They're really not Lancer variants, because Lancer variants just straight up do time splitting versus infantry, no downsides. And looks like Blue backs out of the game. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Not in the mood for covering a tournament series. Delete that one, go down. Did one of them rotate their camera? Yeah, this player rotates his camera. Ugh, that hurts my head. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the left side as the Blue Ottomans, we have Bandit. Spawn on the right side as the Dutch, Red Dutch, we have Adawana, I think. When it comes for natives on this map, we do have the Berbers, which have access to the Berber Camel Riders, the Berber Nomad, a villager variant. Berber Nomads, I think they are they're a Sawar variant. And we got the Salty Camel. Salty Camel, enraged by carrying the heavy bags of salt through the desert, constructs a salt mine. So you can place down a 10,000 coin deposit wherever you need to. You don't need to get plantations when you have that as a native. And there's only the Berbers on this map. The Ottomans do have selected deck here. Very nice. We've got some villagers, capitalism, more villagers, wood coin, Azaps, Janissaries, Delis, Palace Intrigue, Theaters, upgrades your taverns and theaters, which have Ronin and other outlaw units costless population, Wood Coin, Sapahis, Cavalry Archers, Ranged Cavalry does increase damage to settlers, and Cavalry Archers are trained faster. We don't really see this card out often, so you may be eyeing for Cavalry Archers. Obelisk guns, falconets, mosque construction, all unique mosque improvements cost 50% less. So you may be eyeing for something involving a bunch of villagers. And Blue is trying to bop that Red Explorer. Also, higher Egyptian Mamluks give you 4 Mamluks. They have like 1,000 health. Sapahis, Cavalry Archers, Obelisk guns, 2 Great Bombards, Factory. Not that button. This button. The Dutch has access to merchants, town militia, wood coin, infantry attack, team infantry hit points, 3 Hussars bank wagon, advanced arsenal, religious freedom, Irish brigadiers, cores of wood coin, skirmishers, infantry combat, Hussars, routiers, cavalry combat, Hires Swiss pikemen, 12 of them. Hires Bosniaks, 6 of them. Heavy cannon, factory, factory.
Yeah?
Of course, you can't retreat your explorer to your town center. And he will escape on out of there. And now do have the quartermaster for the Dutch. For the Ottomans, we have also the quartermaster. The master of quarters. In which both players will not provide any.
Evet.
Another shipment available. He's going to go for H2 villagers, I'm guessing. No. Yeah, don't see. Yeah, maybe for the either villagers or delis, I'm guessing. And also the Dutch has less experience at the moment, so maybe he... Yep, this is why. Trade post. And here is another trade post there. He may eye for a faster stagecoach with getting both of them on one side, though this one will be difficult to secure. Trade post is now complete.
Klaar. Commando? Yeah?
Red's Explorer has not regenerated enough health. Doesn't appear to be getting any health at the moment. So one more shot and the Red Explorers will go down.
Ik ben gewond. Ik kan me niet bewegen. Wat sterker.
The Dutch now has another shipment available. He could go for some hussars. He's designed for some wood. Maybe eye for a bit of turtle play. And the Ottomans actually eyeing for capitalism. Now shipments available, steel hunting traps.
That's it.
Honey Badger does go down. A bit of experience. He could really use all the experience he gets since he's really eyeing for it. He's going for another round of villagers. Red right now just eyeing for more merchants. Just a bit quiet. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. We do got a barracks and market going on up, as well as another bank. And now it's bringing another shipment of wood. Some local kitty cats being gunned down. That does receive a bit of fire there. Now we do have a handful of pikemen. Pikemen do have a good siege attack of 32. The blue explorers taking some pot shots against these pikemen. Damage output's not too great at 15. But he's going to take time to pick down this explorer here. He has about the same amount of health as a pikeman at the moment, so this could give him, of course, plus 45 experience. Experience. Killing this will give him 80. Does force that down. Additional banks on the field. 5 banks on the field. 5 out of 5. And now do have the scout going for a fast Fortress Age. His opponent going pretty close for Fortress Age himself. Pikemen just pushing way forward, trying to torch down what structures they can get.
Yeah.
And now the Exile Prince now being deployed on out. And a scout? I forget what a scout provides. He gets a handful of delis. 4 delis is good for a raiding force. And the envoy will spot that. Now he's going to some obvious guns. He doesn't have enough population to get out his fifth one.
Evet. Hazır.
He has a bit of wood available. He could try it for a second town center now.
Evet.
And now we do have another shipment available for the Ottomans. He is not sure he's eyeing. Dutch is going for more wood and some halberdiers.
Hazır.
Now a shipment of coin. Red is now receiving some fire there. One villager does not go down. Halberdiers can gun down by the obelisk guns. Obelisk guns are going to be great in this situation. Of course, they do less. I'm pretty sure they do less damage versus villagers. Yeah, 30% damage versus villagers.
Ik ben gewond. Ik kan me niet bewegen.
Halberdiers and pikemen are on the field. Halberdiers, of course, much more expensive and slower. This force is just simply not adequate versus obelisk guns. Now the Ottoman player is going for his Grand Vizier, which doesn't that give like heavy cannon? Pikeman and Halberdiers trying to push way forward. Halberdier move at 4.25 while Pikemen move at 5. I really hate that camera bug when it sort of zips around rather than keep my settings. Obelisk gun does go down there. The Dutch is eyeing for his own industrial age as well. More local doggos going down. Got a good number of obelisk guns. Just got mass melee. He's going for a shipment of routiers. Sees all the obelisk guns and the. Well, the routiers will be used versus Delhi, but the obelisk guns are not going to be used versus the obelisk guns. Let's get some skirmishers out, which will be useful. That's somewhat useful versus obelisk guns, relatively equal. But the skirmishers' range resist will not apply to the obelisk guns, which does siege damage. You can see about the explosion symbol. But the obelisk guns do still have 20 range resist in that matchup. More skirmishers, more routier being pulled in the field. I don't think routier will be great in this situation. Falconets will probably be a bit better. Now got some guard Sipahi now pulled in the field. This is some really heavy cav. I got a shipment of obelisk guns here. Has 2 more shipments available. He can perhaps go for both his factories.
Emrin?
He is going for second town center now. Red has a decent force here. But I'm also not too thrilled by it, other than based on the qual numbers. Got a force of 25 here versus force of 43. Iron Ball's next being pulled on out for the Dutch. While we do have some cavalry archers here, which will be very useful versus these. Oh, no, that's light cav, not heavy cav.
Emrin?
Yorick will be going down there, does get spotted. He sort the 45 villagers at the moment, and now he has 2 town center queues here. Dutch are at 31 villagers, the Ottomans at 32, soon to be 31. Now he's at 31. One thing that could be very good right now is actually the Great Bombards. His force is a little bit vulnerable to Great Bombards. Sure, Routiers can try to engage them, but they will receive a lot of retaliation for that.
Hazır.
His force on pushing for the Spahis here on 3. So probably a pause happened there. Routiers push way forward. Sipahi as well. Pause next are Ace. Lancer variant. They have really good base damage. Small multipliers with light cav. Not versus this heavy cav of the Albus Gunners. And it looks like Blue is getting overwhelmed. He should not push forward. He simply does not have enough forces. We got the mosque construction there, and his various mosque improvements now. Yeah, that was a one-size stomp. He simply had not enough numbers. And he was on aggressive forward position. Now he has a massive army in front of him of 64.
Ik voel me nu wat sterker.
Halberdiers do have good siege attack, like Spearmen. Guns are a counter to the Routier, but they're in low numbers. More Albus Guns now being pulled on the field. He simply just doesn't spend his resources. Whatever church improvement he can pull out on the field, hopefully it's something that's going to be useful. At this point in time, I don't think it's anything I can think of that could be useful. Going for a new order and Torquoise Corps, which should give him a handful of Great Bombards. If he gets one more shipment, he needs to go for the 6 Sipahi. Council's receiving quite a bit of damage here. Now I've got a big shipment of Guard Nazim Fusiliers. That's one of the Hopeless Cords. And there's his Great Bombards there, so he has a sizable army now here. And the Great Bombards, of course, can rip apart the infantry no problem. These Fusiliers do have excellent damage. They are a Musketeer variant. They also have siege resist rather than melee resist, which is probably better in most situations against other European forces. This time it does go down. It's not a massive loss. The Ottoman player is only down by 1 villager. The Dutch has not advanced the next age either. It looks like it's going to be... he has a large amount of resources, so it's relatively close to it. Another house being pulled on the field.
Klaar. Ja?
Right, so that's a sizable force here. I'm sort of surprised he didn't really push forward to, say, the other structures. That's been a bit worried about the Great Bombards. Does have his Sipahi shipped, not Sipahi shipped on in there. Red's trying to push forward. There's actually some exposed villagers here, which could go down. Great Bombards do a great amount of damage, especially to villagers. And to everything. That villager just received a 600-pound rock through their face. Sipahi push way forward, and Nazim Fusiliers making their advance. They're in defense mode.
Evet.
More Albus Guns here. Got quite a bit of food and wood here. Let's focus more on coin.
Hazır.
Sipahi do have okay, for their value, honestly okay siege damage. Fusiliers actually do have good siege damage as well. Great Bombards, they do have 5 base damage, no additional close damage to structures. This 500 is already a pretty good amount. Townsend is now seeing massive fire. Guard Nazim Fusiliers in defense mode as well. One of the houses do go down. Towns are receiving massive fire. And you got the cavalry now trying to advance along the flank. There's a handful of hussars in this mix as well. 10 hussars. Sipahi Fusiliers are in a good interception location there. One of the Great Bombards now seeing some melee attacks. Great Bombards made some, they do get some annihilating the Halberdiers they advance forward. Halberdiers engaging the Cavalry guns in melee. Great Bombards, all of them are still alive, all of them damaged. Skirmishers try to push way forward. Great Bombard rotating around, should get a massive shot on these infantry forces. And he managed to save the Great Bombard. His cavalry went to melee against the Fusiliers. And the Great Bombards annihilated the rest of them. That's what happened. Now I've got some more Sipahi now being put on the field. He only has 2 remaining. Another wave of Hussars now being put on the field. 17 of them. Guard Fusiliers not in the proper location. Now they're holding a line in front of them. The melee attack should be very effective. He does find this lone bombard there unprotected. That's another bombard is receiving some fire damage there. One Great Bombard has gone down. The other ones are receiving massive fire. Hussars having trouble. Sipahi engages some of the Hussars. Skirmishers trying to fall back. Receiving more shots with the Great Bombards there. And does stop all the Hussars from pushing way forward. Doing a great job keeping those Great Bombards alive. The Dutch still has 35 villagers. The Ottomans have 41. And still has a good number of banks still on the field as well. But those, of course, are going down. Sipahi now trying to overrun these skirmishers. Skirmishers going down. More Hussars being pulled on the field. Explorer goes down. Sipahis will be good in this engagement. 3 AoE is basically the same explosion radius as a falconet, so they're melee falconets. These villagers getting hit. Got a shipment of halberdiers here to engage, or the Swiss pikemen. Swiss pikemen will make short work of the Sipahi. And looks like Red goes back to the game, but he had one last good final stand with us, so Spikeman. By the way, this is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see now. And before I actually start the replay, I need to make sure I fix the whole camera movement thing. Yep. Of course, it always sometimes does this. There we go, much better. Greetings everyone, and Great here from another Age of Empires 3 replay. It's on the south side as the Aztecs. We have Sir Young Marshal. It's on the north side as the Red Ottomans. We have Durturm. If I probably butchered that right. When it comes to natives on this map, got the Sufi Mosque, got the Kuzbalash, a heavy Turkoman cavalry armed with lancer and bow. Sounds like a hybrid unit. And over here, got still the Sufi Mosque. We got 4 trading posts in sight. You can either protect both of them, or go for both on your side and get a good stagecoach capability. Community Plaza going on up. He's probably going to task the warrior monk onto that. We got the Aztec war chief bopping some of those monkeys. And now the community plaza has been built. You can task the, yep, he's going to task the warrior priest there on experience. 1 per second is quite nice. Local kitty cats getting bopped by the war chief now.
Madness.
And I suppose I probably forgot to cover. Let's cover each player's decks. Got Villagers, Calendar Ceremony, give you 1 Warrior Priest, and the ability to reduce the cost of your age ups in a dance. Villagers, Wood, Infinite Coin, 3 Warrior Priests, Coyote Runners, Silent Strike, giving you Coyote Stealth Tactics. He didn't go with the speed and hit points one. Puma Spearmen, Slingers, and 3 Trading Posts. Wood, more Warrior Priests, Smoking Mirrors, Coyote Runners, Eagle Runner Knights, Jaguar Prowler Knights, Knight Attack, Arrow Knights, Skull Knights, and Aztec Mining. And Ortana Slingers, improve your Slingers hit point and damage by 20%. Knight Combat, increase all your Knights damage and hit points by 15%. And Great Chimpayas, which is plus 20% gathering rate on their plantations and on their mills, farms.
Comanche.
Aztec can now age up. He's not going with his Calendar Ceremony just yet. And now I've got the Elder. His opponent is got Villagers, Silk Road, giving all your resource crates plus 25% more resources, more Villagers, food, wood, coin, Azaps, Janissaries, Palace Intrigue, Angry Allies, giving you 7 Tatar Cavalry Archers, wood, coin, Endurance School, increase the hit points of attack and hit points of Azaps, Janissaries, and Nazim Fusiliers, Sapahis, Obus Guns. The floor there. Ottoman's already gone for 2 trade posts. Boombox, Falconets, Lupicular, Grenade Launchers, Akim Oglen School, Cooley School, and Factory. He goes for the increased drop resource crate shipment. What are the upgrades the Sufi Mosque can provide? We do got the Sufi Scholars provide education, Sharia law. As 10 additional villagers, which could be useful for the Ottomans. Go for rather since it will prove that alternatively than the mosque research. Pilgrimage, give you fattened goats per time over time. Fasting, implementing villagers get 40% less hit points, but also increase all gathering rates by 10%. Double-edged sword. No shipment available. He may go for the coin. He is going for the coin. And since it also provides plus 25% increase, so that 700 will be 100 to get additional 175 more coins. So 875 coin. That should be enough for his age up. Another kitty cat does go down there. I wonder if it's the increase needs more resource crates. Let's see, it is 325. Now only if when you had it selected there it actually changed that number for easier math. Now it looks like the Aztecs eyeing for some infinite gold as well, eyeing to get up to the next stage relatively soon, so both players on age up. You now have some Janissaries being pulled on out. It also has some of their Grenadiers. The Grenadiers, of course, will be good versus infantry, tightly clumped units more precisely. Janissaries are a good musketeer variant, so you can't use Coyote Runners against them. So it'll probably be best if he goes for the Slingers, both are classified as heavy infantry. founder improvement has been researched that does give the Aztec War Chief usually has a time 2 experience kill or roundup that does get increased to times 3. So something for say die give 8 experience will now give 24 experience, which is very good. We do have some coyotes runners helping pull on the field. And I think the Aztec went for the fast age up. The Autumn player is eyeing for actually just military aggression, looks like. Building up a large force of Janissaries, obelisk guns, and grenadiers. The Eagle Scout is more or less a musketeer variant without the tags or the hit points. It's a companion. Does get gunned down there. Got a handful of coyote runners here. I'm not sure what he's eyeing. He's bringing a shipment of 10 coyote runners. This will give him a good amount of coyote runners to deal with. Janissaries, however, will be a good counter to them. They do have 15 attacks times a plus 50%, so they will do about 20 something damage to coyote runners. Coyote runners right now have 115 health. Now Coyote runners trying to push way forward. They move on the grenadiers. War Hut receiving quite a bit of fire. More coyote runners being pushed to the field. These grenadiers will do less damage for the shock. They do 40% damage for the shock, or 50% damage in melee. Janissaries is getting overwhelmed by sheer numbers by the elite coyote runners. Aztec War Party has been deployed in the field. Does get a handful of Jaguar warriors in the field. We hit the big button again to get out more Jaguar warriors, and I think the Ottoman player back the game. Relatively quick game there. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And that's the last of non-tournament replays I've stored up. I may just call the stream early then. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good rest.